Hello Game of Thrones fans and welcome to the final of the European Championship. Today we have Reinhard on the left playing Targaryen Corssing against Dan on the right playing the Lanni Rains. We're finally here, guys. It's been a bit of slog. It's been a lot of videos, a lot of Targ, but here is the final. So remember, Guarding the Realm I believe is still the last legal pack. It has been a while. And hopefully you saw Dan's semi-final win against George on the White Walkers YouTube channel. If not, I'd highly recommend you pick it up or go check it out. Dan has the God of all draws with his deck, but he did play very well to see it through. And we've got Reinhard here. We saw in the last video against Jacob in the semi-final. So we have a Widow's Wail on Tyrion and a Lancel Lannister against a Duke Dany and a Viserys, sorry. So you don't normally see Lancel in Lanni decks. You normally see him in a banner deck because obviously he gets the strength of another Lord, Lannister Lord, in play on your side, but only one. They're going to be one. As soon as you have two, he goes down to strength 0. So that makes him a little bit of a liability when you want to play lots of Lannister Lords, because they have good ones. But at the moment he is strength 5, which could be quite useful in a Rains deck. Obviously we all know what Dany does by now. So imagine we get a Heads on Spikes opener here from Reinhard. Not 100% sure what Dan open to Rains. Potentially a money plot. But then he's got lots of money to play characters. He means he probably got a Lord in hand, which is going to Lancelot. Obviously not the end of the world, but you know, could be detrimental. If he's playing negative attachments, he may want to consider marching now to get rid of Viserys. Just having a bit of a think. So we've got the first plots, and we have counting coppers into Heads on Spikes. So this is quite an important one for Reinhard because he's going to let Dan go first. So Dan, do you risk drawing up and then hitting Heads on Spikes, or is he probably isn't that impressed with his hand? So he could probably let Heads on Spikes go first. And he is. Which probably means his hand's not great. And he hits a Nightmares. So no power from Reinhard. It's the first time I've seen him actually miss with that. So you get the draw. Dan gets his 5 cards. And does down from marshalling. So we've got the much needed Hand of Judgment in hand, which you say you really want in the Targaryen matchup. I think I saw a Crown of Gold in Reinhard's hand. That could be pretty. If that is, no, because Widow's Wail is +2, isn't it? That wouldn't work. I think you whack that on Tyrion now and go, you can't do a challenge or get down strength 0. So Dan having a long think here. We can see a bodyguard. We can see some a reducer in hand. And we can see obviously he's already played a Rose Road, so I think probably just get the reducer down, get the bodyguard on Tyrion. So yeah, we get the reducers put down. He's done. He's going to sit on 1 gold. Interesting. Actually, of course, that'd be really stupid to march for Viserys now, wouldn't it? Now I think about it, because you get rid of the Widow as well. So we have a King's Road sacrificed. Reinhard's one there. Wants to get treachered, and we have a Duke to Rhaegar put out. So Reinhard's board is already pretty anti-valor proof and looking pretty dominant, and he gets Viserion out as well. So Dany's got stealth, which would be great when you see Tyrion on the other side. He's also can stand when she wins a challenge. So this is looking pretty oppressive already. So Lancel. can't hear what challenge type is. I would assume that's an intrigue. Can't be an intrigue, you didn't take the gold. Maybe it's a military then? It is indeed a military challenge. Oh, actually, yeah, I do remember seeing this live now, and we were quite surprised he did the military, because he was always going to kill Viserys and get rid of that Widow's Wail, which now makes everything Jacaerysable. So you assume Reinhard doesn't have Jacaerys now? That seemed a bit of a risk. Personally, I think I'd have gone for the intrigue, because you're strength 5. You've now just given him his power to steal. It seemed a bit peculiar. So we have a military challenge coming in from Rhaegal, which goes unopposed. He's probably going to kill the reducer, indeed. We have an intrigue challenge. Dan remembers his trigger. Do you defend with Tyrion? Because if Ryan has Jacaerys here, obviously we know Dan has got Hand's Judgment, but that could be a risk. And you don't know if Reinhardt's maybe got Hand's Judgment as well. And the next turn, with any lands on the board, he could either march or play Fire and Blood. And then Dan's got no board, which would be a pretty bad situation to be in right now. Dan asking how many cards are in hand. And that goes unopposed. Rhaegal stands Danny. And so we've got Claim. And we have a Hand's Judgment. That's a pretty important card. And we have an Unsullied drawn with Insight. It doesn't look like Ron actually has a Jacaerys in hand at the moment. And I imagine now we'll get the power challenge. I think I'd probably... Oh, he's probably thinking about winning Dom here, isn't he? So, power challenge coming in from Rhaegal, which goes unopposed, Claim, and Crossing. And then... Reinhard, I believe, has dominance. Oh no, he does not have dominance. In fact, Dan has dominance. Oh, we have a Birdman jumped in just after the last challenge. Assume he's preparing for a possible March situation. So I believe yeah, Dan has Dom. But we're sitting at 5-1 after round 1. That's a quick start there from Reinhard. And we see he's got that Crown of Gold in hand. That's going to be a pretty brutal card. So we're on to the second plot, and we have a March the Wall into a Heads on Spikes. Interesting, Dan chose to march there. To me, that leaves him a bit open. Unless he's planning on marching Lancel to then play out another Lord, because he's going to be pointless anyway. But we have the Heads on Spikes, and that does hit a character this time, a Red Cloak. Not an important character, but Reinhard doesn't care, because that gives him another 2 power. He's, of course, going to march the non-dupes dragon. And I believe he made Reinhard go first. Got a Crown of Gold in hand. That'd be risky, but you could just pay that Crown of Gold as your only... The entire marshalling, that would be Tyrion dead, and Lancel unable to win a challenge. Probably something you'd want to do if you go second rather than going first. But, it could be, yeah, that could be a brutal play here. I don't think you do. I think it's too much of a risk. So we have Sejora played out. There's a lot of intrigue icons on the Targaryen side. And that's interesting. He had a Slaver's Bay, I'm pretty sure, and he chose not to play it instead of just playing up 2 characters. He also now can't bluff the Jakara's threat because he has no gold, and obviously this isn't fealty. There is no House Card Neil for an extra power, of an extra gold. Sorry. I say I'm pretty sure I saw Slave's Bay on hand anyway. So we have a great haul played out for Dan, so hopefully we might see something big and unique. And we have a Red Cloaks played out. And it looks like Dan is just drawn into nothing here. Let's say if you've seen the game with him and the White Walkers, he pretty much by turn 2 he had Tyrion, Tywin and Queen Cersei out, and was just, the big guys were just doing work, and he always seemed to have dupes or bodyguards on them, and there was nothing George could do about it. So we have a military challenge coming in from Sejura. And the Red Cloaks are going to defend. And I assume they're going to be taking his claim. Ooh, Podrick comes in for the save. So no claim, and Podrick comes in to save. Shame he didn't have 2 more gold, or he could have killed Sejura. And it's one of my favourite plays. I've managed to do it once as Sir Podrick. Is it Sir Podrick? And this was just Podrick. But anyway, we're Podrick just coming in and killing someone. Don't think they're a particularly useful character. but still, Sir Podrick killed someone. I mean, he's not Sir Podrick, he should be Sir Podrick. I'm assuming this is an intrigue challenge. Dan just checking his hand. Oh, there must be power actually. Unless Dan's missed his trigger. I guess it would make sense to do power because that is the weaker of the 2 icons. So Daenerys stands, and yes, indeed, it was power. So Reinhard out to 10 powers, 10-0, and this is looking pretty brutal. I don't think this is going to be the hour and 50-minute epic that was the UK National Championship, let's put it that way. Which, if you haven't seen, you can watch on this channel. It's a bit of a marathon. But it does have potentially one of the best comebacks I've ever seen in Thrones. So, second best comeback I've ever seen in Thrones. And we have an intrigue from the Dothraki Crone, knowing that Dan has got to defend with both characters to fully stop this. And also knowing that there's not much that he'll be able to do coming back. And he's going to oppose with Lancel, which gets power for crossing. Claim. And we have Sir Gregor Clegane taken for claim. Dan could have probably done with that, if we're honest. Now the issue here for Dan is, well, we kind of know what's in the rest of his hand. If he does the intrigue first, maybe he does an intrigue stealth for Rhaegal, means he's probably got the Mountain Hound in hand, and he doesn't. He chooses to do the power, stealths past Dany. He gets 2 power, 1 for the unopposed, 1 for the claim, and Reinhard's down to 5. But you got to say, this is looking pretty bad. Reinhard's going to win Dom, so it's going to be 11-2 to Reinhard. And Yeah, you can see Dan's one Valor away from his board presence being pretty shocking right now. And he's looking pretty down and defeated. And we do have that. It was a Slaver's Bay. Reinhard discards a Slaver's Bay. It's interesting. He's chosen not to go for the economy. Arguably, he didn't need the Dothraki Crone either. So we have Winter Festival into Close Call. Dan, I believe, was probably going for the card draw there. Now, that's turned off both plots. Neither were going to do anything. Well, obviously, it keeps a dead guy out of the, for the Slaver's Bay, but so what's Reinhard going to play out? Has he chosen to go first? Interesting. I probably would have chosen to go second in this one. So Lyrio's estate. It's got to be Crown of Gold time now, surely. Khal Drogo? Seriously, Reinhard, you could kill Tyrion. Why do you want to let Tyrion live? I could be wrong. That probably is the wrong play, but Tyrion's so annoying, and it turns Lancelot. It leaves him with 2 strength. It leaves him with 2 characters that are strength 2 and 1 respectively, and they're not going to do anything. So the Grey Hall knelt to get out Chet. Like to see her early on. You also really want to get her into an intrigue challenge to hit Wildfire and get those ear tokens so she can intimidate and gains renowned and gets +1. Gets lots of increases to strength. And Dan passes over. 2 gold left.
Oh, did I miss? So I had 60 starting.
Judge just double checking that he spent enough gold here.
1, 2, 3.
Which he had. Oh no, I think he actually spent too much gold. I think was the problem. No, he spent the right number of gold because he's got the money for the bodyguard. No, he definitely had 2 gold at the beginning there, so I think he had got it right. I'm not quite 100% sure the judge got involved, but never mind.
Yeah.
Looked right to me. So on to Reinhard's challenges. Just want to say, guys, you might notice I did remember to put the final on the top of this one. I had to get about 2 or 3 videos right. So I think this is a military challenge. So we're military for 2. Lancel's going to defend it. Interesting. And this is a power challenge for 5. Still no gold for Reinhard to bluff Jacaerys. Also, if she's Dany for it, that's probably not the best right now. So Reinhard wins the power challenge. Gets 1 for claim. 1's for renowned. And we have another. I think it's going to be another military challenge. This military for 6 because it's the 3rd challenge. Dan needs to fully oppose us, and he's calling the game. And that is game. And well done there to Reinhard. Much deserved European champion. Battle to Dan. He just did not see the cards, which he did in the previous round. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching the European Championship coverage. I'll be at the Bristol Regional this weekend, so please do come by and check out that. But otherwise, guys, as always, it has been emotional.